Oh yeah! Alright, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a late night video. Video number 3. Video number 3, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Please hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels down there inside of my goddamn hot pants. Because it is hot right now. Trust me, it is. Especially here in New York City. But anyway, subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well, all down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to share that. Don't forget to, well, besides sharing the video once again, don't forget to tap and slap that bell and slap my, I need to slap myself too. But tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And if you miss anything, well, too bad for you. Because you're SOL, and you know what that means. Ha ha ha. And if you're new here, well, thank you for subscribing. I hope you like the content. If you do, please smash that like button to death. Tell your friends, and all that other good shit. And that's what we always say. Welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one. I don't have one at the moment, but I had one before, but I finished it. Maybe I'll have some water before I go to bed, because I need, I'm hot, and I want to kind of cool off before I go to bed. That's pretty much it. Because I have the day off tomorrow. I have doctor's appointments tomorrow, but that's late in the day, so I don't have to worry about that. But I want to get everything done now, and then before I actually leave for my doctor appointment, and I got other things to do tomorrow, that'll be it, and then pretty much go back to work on Tuesday, and then that's it, Got the rest of the week this week, I got all next week, and then I'm on vacation. That's pretty much it. So, pretty much I got 9 more days of work. 9. And then I'm going to be off for about 6 days here on YouTube, coming up near the end of the month. So, and it is a legit vacation. I will not even be around. I'll be on YouTube here and there, but not doing videos, obviously, but, But most of the time, I will be just chiming in to Isa's chat and everything, and just watching videos on, talking to good people like Joe Cronin and everything like that, But most of the time, during the day, I will be not even around. I'll be on pretty much a beach somewhere well, you won't know where. It's not down south, it's out west, so I'm just going to put that out. That's all I got to say about that. So couple weeks away from me taking a little break, but I will be back by pretty much near the end of this month. So we got that. It's only like a week-long vacations, and I will be back pretty much in about 6 days. That's it. So it's a little mini vacation, not a long vacation, it's just a mini vacation, and then I'll be back. And that's it. That's pretty much it for that. And we'll see what happens after that. We got the dog days of August to worry about. Got SummerSlam, we got All In, and then we got Bash in Berlin, and then right after that is Labor Day weekend. We got the start of football coming up. We got that. Also, we got All Out on September the 7th, and football will be starting around that time as well. Then, as we go into October, we got Bad Blood coming back, October the 5th. And after that, we'll see what happens, but because I might take a little bit, not a vacation, I might take an actual break from YouTube for maybe a little bit, hopefully not too long, but when we get to October, we'll get there. But right now, right now I'm pretty much sitting clean, just gonna keep doing the videos up until my vacation in a little while, and then after that, be gone for about 5-6 days, and then I'll be back to my great fans, because I have a lot of great fans out there. But you don't get comments! Nobody gives a fuck. I do this for me. I don't do this for schmucks on YouTube. They don't matter to me. So, I don't do it for you. I do it for me. That's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. So, but like I said, I am gonna be taking a few days off YouTube near the end of this month, and then I'll be back. And then full speed ahead through Labor Day weekend, and then we'll see what happens after that. We'll move on. I pretty much all through September. Then maybe October might be a little shaky, but we'll see what happens with that. But we'll move on. We'll talk about that later. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody had a great Sunday. I know it was hot as fuck here in New York City. The humidity was insane. The heat was insane. The day was probably insane for some of you, but, now we start, a new work week. Some of you going to work tomorrow. Not me, but it is what it is. And hopefully you had a great July 4th weekend. I know the fireworks are still kind of going off here in the Northeast and wherever you may be. I don't know why, but it is what it is. July 4th weekend came and went. And now, pretty much the next actual major holiday is Labor Day, which is about 8 weeks, a little over 8 weeks away, 8-9 weeks away. So the unofficial end of summer will be here before you know it. But it's pretty much a little over 2 months away. But that's that. So enjoy the summer, my friends, because it'll be over before you know it. And we move on. Alright, check out my last 2 videos in the description box below. My Money in the Bank review that I did earlier today, and then I did my Heat Wave predictions over on my Shadow Slayer channel, episode 34. So those 2 videos will be down below in the gobbledygook. And that's it. Heat Wave wasn't that bad. Really shocking ending with Ethan Page. Ethan fucking Page, or Ego Ethan Page, the new NXT World Heavyweight Champion. Are you kidding me? So, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, with a little controversy. So we'll see what happens this Tuesday on the program with Ethan Page's big NXT celebration. Trick Williams is going to want a rematch. And I think he's going to get it. I don't know who's going to be on that show, but the next event is the Great American Bash, which will be on TV on Sci-Fi, not the USA Network, August the 6th, I think it is. I think it's August the 5th or August the 6th. That Tuesday night, not on the USA Network. I guess they got some programming. I don't know. But NXT will be moving just for that night, probably, to Sci-Fi at 8 p.m. So it means the ratings will suck. Because Sci-Fi sucks, too. But in any event, the Great American Bash will be right after SummerSlam weekend. And right now, NXT is on the road to that in the next 3.5 weeks. So we'll see what happens with that, but it looks like Trick Williams will try to get his title back from Ethan Page. And we'll see what happens with that. And I'll go into this more tomorrow. We had Oba Femi Wakanda Forever. Yes. He retained his North American title, beating Wesley, and we're going to hear from Wesley on Tuesday where his future is gonna be. Impact. We'll see what happens with that. Oba continues his long reign as champ, but what's next for him? Don't know. We got that. We have Kaylani Jordan retain her women's North American title in her second defense. Pretty good match with the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka. Great match there. I told you it was going to be a sleeper match. Not put you to sleep, but it was great. But still, Kaylani Jordan gets the win, and now we'll see who she will face next on the program and everything. We got that. What else we had? We had the superhero Power Rangers, A-Kid and Ben Frazier, somehow, someway retain over Chase Duke Hudson and Mr. Chase, so they retain, even though they've had problems for the last few weeks. I was hoping for a title change in Toronto where Chase U won it the last time. Nope. Not getting that this time. So, we'll see who the next team up in the tag team division could be against the superhero Power Rangers. It could be Gallus, it could be the Good Brothers, it could be OTM, Out the Mud. It could be Stax and Luca Crisafino, it could be anybody, but we'll see what happens with that. We had Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace won on the pre-show against Jasmine Nix and JC Jane. Carmen and Ariana are gonna go one-on-one per Ava Rain because they had a segment during the show about they were like happy, but then something happened like you guys gonna face off now one-on-one, big whoop. So we had that and for the NXT Women's Championship, Roxy, as predicted, retained over Lola Faisese. A little controversy there too, but Roxanne Perez retains her NXT Women's Championship and basically calling herself the best women's champion ever. Well, you got Asuka to work, you should talk to Asuka there, Roxanne. I'm just saying, you're not the best, but, I mean, if you go to 5-12, then you can say that, but right now you're not even close to it. So you're not the best. I'm just saying. But, so yeah, Roxy wins. Now, I think she's, pretty much, she got really nobody to face, but there's a certain woman named Julia that might be the one to beat her. I mean, Cora J did tweet, it's like, she's like 6 months into her rehab. So, Roxy's like, bring it, bitch! So, unless Cora J gets medically cleared pretty soon, but by August, we could see Roxy versus Cora J kind of reigniting their feud from about a year or so ago. But I think it's going to be Julia coming in, because she's going to be medically cleared hopefully soon, because she's got to be at that Marigo show to take on Saray, the same show that Io is going to be on. So we got that. So I think Julia and Roxy will be fighting for the NXT Women's Championship at the Great American Bash. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of Roxy's reign, most likely. And the new reign of terror, Miss Julia, will probably hold it through the rest of the year, going into probably next year's Stand and Deliver 2025, during WrestleMania weekend on August the 16th, I believe. 16th or 17th. So we got that. But that's way in advance. Well, we'll see what happens with all of that. So that's really the abbreviated version of the of NXT Heatwave, but I'll go into it a little bit in depth tomorrow. With what happened and some segments here and there. We had Tony D with one against Lexis King. They're gonna be fighting on Tuesday night for the Heritage Cup. I hope my cousin wins, but we'll see what happens with all that. But we'll talk about NXT tomorrow. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, on video number 3, right here on the Kill Demons channel. My name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling and sports and anything else I feel like talking about. And if you like the video, like I said, great. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button on any one of my channels. Leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments because you go bye-bye, so long, farewell, never to be heard from again. And you can also share the videos all over the internet, and then please hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Because if you do, well, you know what happens. You're SOL, and you know what that means. That's it. Alright, on this late Sunday night, July the 7th, 2024, or if you're watching on the replay crew, all my replay crew members, you're watching this on July the 8th, 2024, the second week of July. We start a new work week, like I said, so have a great week, everybody. That's all I got. That's all that matters. Alright, so on this late Sunday night, it is time for your late night NXT. Oh, sorry. Take that back. It is time, because I botched. It is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Collision review for this past Saturday's event, July the 6th, 2024. And we're on the road to Blood and Guts for pretty much 2 weeks from Nashville, Tennessee. Yep! It's gonna be the Elite with a mystery fifth partner, well, taking on the funky chicken himself, the Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe, and 4 other guys. Well, we don't know who those people might be yet, but we kind of got a tease on Dynamite that it could be Kyle O'Reilly and The Acclaimed, which I hope not. But we'll see what happens with that. Probably gonna get more this week on Dynamite from Calgary, which is Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's gonna be the main focus is gonna be the men's and women's Owen Hart Cup. We're gonna have the finals, and who wins that and gets a guaranteed world title shot in Wembley. So we got Willow Nightingale, Resident Fun Girl, taking on my girl Mariah May in the finals. And on the men's side, we got Bryan Danielson. Yes! Taking on the winner of the Collision main event of the Switchblade. Wait, with the Switchblade? Jay White. Taking on the Hangman, who came back on Wednesday, and he beat Jeff Jarrett. J-E-W-F-J-A-R-E-W-T. That's Jeff Jarrett. And the Hangman, Adam Page. And we got that. And some interesting things coming out of that main event with a certain guy named Jeff Jarrett. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Alright, so we are emanating from the Landers Center in South Haven, Mississippi, where they fuck their cousins. I mean, everywhere down south, well, pretty much Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama. That's what they do. Fuck their cousins and fuck their whatever. It is what it is. You know, the inbred jerks down there. But I digress. Especially in Alabama, but I digress. We move on with that. So we're in the outskirts of Memphis. They're telling us, well, the outskirts of Memphis. Like, Tennessee and Mississippi, not exactly that close. Geography-wise, but it is what it is. We're from Memphis. Go figure that one out. But anyway, alright, our commentary team this week, on Collision, the usual commentary team of Tony Baloney Schiavone, the legend that he is, and another legend, the man from England, the simp for Mariah May and Tony Storm, and that's Nigel McGuinness, me love. We had that. Alright, let's get into this. Let's not waste any time, because I got other things to do. Moving on. Alright, so we open the show with a recap of what Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, our resident scumbag, the devil himself. No, not Adam Cole, baby. That's a different devil. Alright, so we saw what happened on Dynamite this past Wednesday with MJF turned on the people, turned on Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic Matt Maynard, busted them wide open, and pretty much Garcia got sent to a local medical facility, possibly with a broken freaking neck. Well, we got that, and well, really, it was gonna be MJF was gonna come out and explain himself. I even said that on his Twitter. It's like, Max, you got some explaining to do. Surprised he hasn't banned me. Not banned me, but blocked me. Why would you block me? I'm from New York. Not Plainview, Long Island, but still. I'm in a much better city. Brooklyn, bitch. Fuck Long Island. Fuck the Islanders. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the Icelanders. It is what it is. But anyway, we start the show off with that. Then we go right to Max. Comes out. And he explains himself. And he lets off the idea that he and Daniel Garcia would be friends because Garcia is a Make-A-Wish kid at best. Ouch. Damn, Max, going low. Is he a friend of John Cena's? Because you know how John Cena's a Make-A-Wish kid, too. I love the kids. I like to make their wishes come true. I'm a Make-A-Wish kid myself. You can't see me, children. You can't see me. I'm retiring next year, children. But I love you anyway. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, John Cena, you mark. You stupid ketchup fucking shirt. Was it blood? I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, so he calls Garcia a Make-A-Wish kid. Damn. And he's like, of course he isn't going, he's like, I'm not going to give Garcia a match at All In. I was just playing with him. And now Garcia might not even wrestle again. That's a possibility with a broken freaking neck. So he's like, so Max is like, well, with that out of the way, he brings up a promo from last August where he talks about his condition with rejection, and he has like ADHD, something like that. He has a hard time, dealing with rejection, and no wonder no woman wants to fuck you, except for maybe Alicia too. But anyway, blah 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 blah. Talks about that and how scared he is to let anything go wrong. So we saw that promo. We come back to live TV, and Max says he let everyone in, and then he lost it all. Meaning at World's End, where he lost thanks to Adam Cole. So he's like, I was sitting on my couch watching Dynamite, saw my fans turn on me for Samoa Joe, Swerve, and Will Ocean Spray. That. He says, Danny Garcia was just the tip of the iceberg because he's going to take everything that they love, meaning I guess their careers. See what happens with that. And the only way to do that is with me on top and Ocean Spray, and calls Ocean Spray a guy who only cares about ratings from a guy named Meltzer. So Max is like, well, I'm a grown-ass man. Well, you're only 28, 29 years old, so not really a grown-ass man yet, but still. So, he's like, I'm a grown-ass man. The only ratings I care about are from Nielsen. So then he calls Ocean Spray out. His music plays, and everybody's like, yeah, reach for the sky, whoa! But he doesn't come out and just starts laughing. And he's like, well, I guess Will Ocean Spray's not here tonight. Oh, well. So he's like, I'm Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. And the fans are like, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, and I'm better than you, and you know it. And Max's like, hey, this ain't Sing Along with The Rock. And he says, I'm Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, and you can thank me later. Drop the mic. That's it. So, and then he gone. He goes back to his little hotel room, bangs Alicia a toot, and he goes away. That's pretty much it with that. Alright, so I gave Max's opening promo 3.25 out of 5 stars, and we're off and running on Collision. Alright, then we go to the back with Lexi Nair. She has the conglomeration with her, and that is the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe. And as always, when we talk about Mark Briscoe, we pay homage to the man up there, you great man up there, Jay Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy. That's that. So Mark Briscoe is with his good buddy Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts and freshly squeezed orange juice, Mr. Orange Cassidy. So they're there. Mark does one of his, crazy promos again. They're all ready to fight. I think he brought up Blood and Guts against with the Elite and everything. Blah, blah, blah. Ready for another fight. Get back up after a horrible Forbidden Door where he had the title won, and then Jack Perry just snatched it away from him. So talks about that. Kyle's just like listening and then after Mark finishes his crazy promo, Kyle's like, "You can't hate this guy." I'm like, "Well, duh, it's Mark Briscoe." And then Orange Cat's like, "I don't care," and he leaves. Why were you there? You don't care, just why are you here? Alright, we got that, so I give that 3 to 5 stars. Alright, then we go to our first official match of the evening. The conglomeration take on the Iron Savages, Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder, along with Jacked Jameson. We got that, but before we start the match, we have the Undisputed Kingdom come out of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I'm Matt Taven, and if you don't like Matt Taven, you're Melvin. And the man who punches people in the dick and gives them a power driver, that's Michael Kanellis Bennett, along with Dottie! So they all come out, join Nigel and Tony Baloney on commentary. Alright, so we start the match off, which is like an 8-minute match. Mark grabs the Savage Sauce from Mr. Jacked Jameson, starts drinking it. He's like, "Ooh!" And he starts going berserk. And he's like, "Hey, Kyle, try this and you'll like it." Kyle's like, "Okay." And then Nigel's like, "Hey, ain't he diabetic?" Or was it, I think it was Ratty. Or Nigel's like, "Hey, you might not want to drink that. It might have sugar. You're a diabetic." I'm like, "Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't think we should know about that." But anyway. So Kyle drinks it. He starts going berserk. What is in that juice? It's probably not even juice, like Gatorade or some shit. I don't want to know. Anyway. So Kyle comes in, starts going berserk as well. As we go to our early break, we come back. Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts gets the hot tag once again to Mark Briscoe, the funky chicken who cleans house. And then freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy comes in and so fast, hits a tornado DDT for a near fall on Bear Bronson. And then all 6 men are in the ring. Mark hits a big flippy to the floor, which led Orange Cassidy, after he got a little bit of a bear hug circa 1925 by Bear Bronson. He got out of that, and then Cassidy hits the orange punch on Bear Boulder. 1, 2, 3. They get the win in just under 8 minutes, and that's pretty much it. Match didn't really care for. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, then we go to a segment, a promo from the new TNT champion, the scapegoat Jack Perry, real class. He's talking into the TNT title, talk about the sacrifices he had to make. He made to become the new TNT champion, climbing the ladder, killing people, blah, blah, blah. So, he has an open challenge for someone to to make that same sacrifice. So, he has an open challenge for anybody in the back, or anybody anywhere. So, we'll see who answers the challenge, and I think it's not the greatest one of all, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Moving on. Alright, then we get a video on Swerve. The AEW champion Swerve Strickland beating Will Ospreay to retain the belt at Forbidden Door. So if you missed that, that's how he won. Alright, that leads to Lexi there with an angry Hangman Adam Page, and his eyes are like bugging out, like, I'm freaking sorry. I look like Magnum TA. No. Anyway, so the angry Hangman Adam Page is about to do some cowboy shit. So Lexi asks, why are you back? Then he just goes berserk, almost has a meltdown. It's like, you know why I'm here. I'm gonna win the Owen Cup. And I'm gonna destroy the man who almost destroyed my life. And that's Swerve. Obviously. So, get ready. Swerve versus Adam Page 5 at All In for the belt. Their first one-on-one match. Since their first match way back when at Full Gear. That epic match that was. That bloody as fuck match. Then they had the rematch, which was I think a time limit draw when they were going after Joe. Then they had the match at Revolution, which we all know who won that. Swerve won the belt, like triple threat. No, this is I think their fourth match. I could be wrong. Fourth or fifth match. So, but finally they're gonna go back to being one-on-one. For the first time since February. I believe, yeah. Late January, early February, because that was the second match, was the one-on-one match, which went to a time limit draw. Then they had really the third match was like triple threat match. Now their third one-on-one match will be at All In, unless Danielson wins on Wednesday, then they don't have to worry about that. Well, it looks like the Hangman might be winning the Owen Hart Cup on Wednesday. But we'll get that. So I gave a little spoiler for the end of the show. But anyway, so blah 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 blah. So Hangman is pissed. He wants to destroy Swerve and everything in his life. So look out. He's on the warpath, and that's it. All right. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go back to the ring, because a little less talk and a lot more action here on Collision. So, match number 2, we have the AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Darling! Bosom. I just remember, chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe! Alright, so Toni Storm comes out with the beautiful Mariah May and Luther to take on Trish Adora of the Infantry. She comes out with Golly Bobo and the Captain, Sean Dean. Not a great match. Under 8.5 minutes. They go back and forth to start. Trish runs her over with a shoulder block, then does that. The salutes. Hey, I did good. Trish then ties Toni up for some neck cranking. Not like that. But Toni escapes, hits that sexy hip attack to the floor. As we go to break, we come back. Toni hits another sexy running hip attack in the corner. And then we get a forearm fest back and forth. Toni wins the better of that. And then hits a very quick Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. And that's pretty much it. Brian May's all happy. So happy. They hug. Bosom. I liked how during the break, after Toni knocked Trish to the floor, she grabs the mic. He says, "We'll be right back." And then she goes around the ring saying, "I'm great. I'm great." That was hilarious. So we got that. So it looks like we're going to get, Toni Storm is awaiting the winner of Willow Nightingale and her protege, Mariah May, to see who her next title defense will be at All In. And it looks like it will be against Mariah May. And she will win the AEW Women's Championship, ending Toni Storm's long reign as champ, her third reign, actually. I was like, wait a minute, when did she win it? I remember she won it again, but I remember she's a 3-time champ? I don't remember that, but anyway. But yeah, Mariah May will win in her hometown, just like Paige won it last year. And hopefully Mariah doesn't hold it for like a month, like Paige did. Because Toni Storm had it, lost to the Sheeta, and then Sheeta lost to the Paige. Paige lost it to Toni Storm. That's how the second reign was. I don't remember the third reign, but still. In any case, we got that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so that's what's probably going to be, as we go to All In. Mariah May taking on her bestie, and that's Toni Storm, in her hometown of the UK. So we'll get that. Alright, so match was 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, after that, whoops, I went ahead in my notes a little bit. Alright, speaking of Willow, we get a little promo for her match with Mariah May in the Owen Hart Cup Finals. Willow's all ready to go to defend, not really defend, but go back to back. Because she won it last year, she went on really to do nothing after that, really. Didn't get a belt, you know. Because this year, there's more at stake. The winner gets a title shot. Last year, didn't get that. Just get the belt, the trophy, you're fine. That's it. So we got that. So Willow's all ready to go. Mariah's all ready to go. This is going to be a great match on Wednesday night in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Alright, we got that. Speaking of Canada, we have Toronto's own Christian! So Christian's there with the rest of the patriarchy, you know, Luchasaurus, Nick freaking Wayne and his hot mom. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. That's it. So basically, Christian wants the trios titles from the Bang Bang Gang. But Christian forgot who held the belts, so he had to look up who held the belts. You know. He's like, well, that's how unimportant I think the Bang Bang Gang really are. Pretty much, he's like, oh, you know, he's like, Jay White, you weren't good. The only time you were good was in New Japan. Then he talks about the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn. Says Colton has some promise, but that's besides the point. I don't know what that meant, but anyway. So Christian's like, I'm going to take the titles and revive them. Look at that. So they're about to leave, and then they run into, I didn't know who it was at first. I thought it looked like Kip Sabian, but it didn't have like the evil goth version of Kip Sabian, just like regular Kip Sabian. So Kip Sabian comes in, says, I just lost my father. I'm sorry to Kip Sabian for losing his pop. And he's like, he's asking for guidance from Christian. So Christian's like, you know, it's a good thing your dad isn't here to see what kind of loser you are. Ugh. How's our fathers doing this evening, by the way? But yeah, he says, you're glad your dad's not here because, you know, see what kind of a jobber you are. And then basically he has Luchasaurus beat the living shit out of him after that. We don't see it, but, you know, we hear Luchasaurus like, ah! Alright, so we got that. So it looks like we got a showdown between the Bang Bang Gang and the Patriarchy for the Undisputed Trios titles. And I think Christian's team is going to win. And then eventually, maybe they'll lose it to the Elite, or they'll lose it to, I think, maybe Mark Briscoe, Kyle, and Orange Cassidy. But who knows at this point. But actually, I think they're going to lose to the House of Black when Buddy Matthews comes back. Because, you know, he got storyline injured, but really he took time off to get married to his, you know, to his mommy, Rhea Ripley, bang her, you know, go on vacation, bang some more. Both of them are gonna be coming back pretty soon. So that's that. So we get that. So I think the next in line after Christian wins the belts, probably at All In, we could probably see Christian and the Patriarchy defend the Undisputed Trios Championship against the House of Black. I think that House of Black will get those titles. And we'll see what happens with that. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see the return of Miss Julia Hart. We haven't seen her in a while because she had a shoulder injury. Just basically staying home, banging her boyfriend Lee Johnson. Lucky her, lucky him. Those young kids these days. Anyway, moving on. That's that. Alright, so I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the ring we go for the TNT title. We got Jack Perry in an open challenge. And who should come out? Well, we hear the old theme song of Jurassic Express. And Jack's like, huh? He's like, is he gonna fight Luchasaurus? Nope. Who should come out but a guy that we haven't seen in like 3 years? Marco Stunt. That little fucking 50-pound twig that I could beat up in my sleep, by the way. So, fuck you, Marco Stunt. Just hang out with William Yuta on the side, right? Alright, so he comes out, he's the home state boy. He's from Mississippi. And, Jack Perry, like, huh? You still alive? Anyway, so I have almost a 3.5 minute match. This match really should have lasted a minute. But, you know, Jack Perry is, like, taller than him. He's taller and bigger than him, really. I mean, like I said, Marco Stunt's like 4'5", like this big, looks like a twig, he has no muscle, looks like he's like a 12-year-old boy. And Jack Perry beat the fuck out of him for a little bit, but then Marco Stunt comes back and almost beat Jack Perry for the title. You know, but after Jack Perry got all pissed, he's like, alright, that's it. Buckle bomb into the running knee, almost like a Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3, in under 3.5 minutes. Did I say under 3.5 minutes? Pretty much. So that's that. Jack Perry retains the TNT title in a match. He shouldn't have even lasted 3 minutes. That's it. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Yeah, great to see Marco. Not really great to see Marco Stunt back. You know, he had a mini reunion with Jack Perry. Had a mini reunion with Luchasaurus in the back as well. Big whoop. Go back to doing your crappy singing. That's why you didn't make it on The Voice. Or America's Got Talent, whatever show you want. Because you suck. And that's it. Alright, after that, speaking of the House of Black, we hear from Brody King and Malachi Black, the Kings of the Throne. Still your PWG Tag Team Champions, by the way. They're all ready to hurt the patriarchy once Buddy Matthews comes back, which could be any time now. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video on Bryan Danielson. Yes! And his path in the Men's Owen Hart Tournament. Beating Shingo, barely surviving Shingo at Forbidden Door. Then beating that bastard Pac, barely, in the semifinals. On this past Dynamite. Now, he faces either Hangman Adam Page or the Switchblade Jay White in the finals in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, this Wednesday night. So we got that. We move on. Alright, after that, we get to a big, beefy, well, not so much big, beefy men slapping meat match, but we got the sweetest Claudio Castagnoli, part of the Blackpool Cuck Club. So, he's out. He comes out, gets a nice little ovation from the crowd, and he takes on the Beast, Mortos, or Black Taurus for the people that don't know who the fuck he is. Same guy, just a different name. This was a pretty brutal match. Hard-hitting. I mean, if you haven't seen Black Taurus or now the Beast Mortos, guy is, for his size, he is very agile. Agile. Tomato. Whatever. Great match. Probably the match of the night. Claudio hits a quick backbreaker to start. They get back up, and Mortos sends him into the corner for a running elbow for an early near fall. And then goes for a running knee, it missed, and then he crashes and burns to the floor, taking out the cameraman. Sucks to be you, the cameraman. Hey, Tony Khan, you need a new cameraman. You know, I'm your guy. just keep me away from, the big guys, you know what I mean? I don't want to get severely hurt by a guy like Black Mortis just coming at me. Blah! Just keep me away from, like the hotties of AEW, like Sheeta, Mina, Mariah May, Tony Storm. Well, I'll stay away from Tony Storm because I don't want to get destroyed by Juice Robinson, even though he's a prick. But anyway, moving on. Thunder Rosa, all the hotties down there, just like... How old are you? I'm 47. Damn, you look young. Well, like, yeah, I know. I may be young, but I'm sexy too. Are you married? No. You want to go out? You want to hang out? Let's go to the bar. Let's just hang out. Hang out with Mercedes Moné, you know what I mean? Seeing the Backstreet Boys. I ain't singing no Backstreet Boys. I'm singing some heavy metal. Fuck that. Me and my girl Abaddon. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a heavy metal bar. Just chill. Talk about the good old days. Say, what's Rosemary doing these days? Oh, that's right, fearing you. Me and Abaddon will have a good time going out. It'll be kind of creepy because she'll be in her face paint. But I've seen her without face paint. She looks... And whoever she's going out with, God bless them. It should have been me. Same. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Alright. So, so the cameraman gets knocked down. That was pretty cool. And then Mortis gets right back up, sends Claudio outside again for another corkscrew suicide plancha. That was nice. Tony Khan's like, oh my god, this is great! The greatest thing I've ever seen! Claudio then gets in his own knockdown back inside as we go to break. Come back, Claudio gets the better of a slugfest. And then Mortis headbutts his way out of that. So let's make the comeback. Claudio then knocks him back to the outside for the running uppercut of Doom against the barricade. And the fans are like, we want the swing! So, on cue, and after Mortis' torture rack backbreaker gets a near fall, Claudio then launches him into the air with a tiger uppercut. Then he swings him around about 10 times. And I thought he was going to lock in the sharpshooter. But then after that, hits a big-time clothesline, sending Mortis completely 360. And that's pretty much it. 1, 2, 3. Claudio gets the win over the Beast, Mortis, in 11.5 minutes. And there you go. So Claudio back to his winning ways. Don't know what they're going to do with him. And the Blackpool Cup Club, pretty much. I mean, Moxley's got his own thing going. He's no longer IWGP champion. I don't even know he's in the G1. He just started, by the way. I'm so happy the G1 is starting. One of my favorite event of the summer. So got that. He's really not doing anything. William Yuta still sucking ass, sucking dick, because that's what he does, because he's the man who sucks dick. Still your pure champion. When is he going to defend that belt? And against who? And who finally beats him and makes me very happy. I think everybody happy. Fuck William Yuta, for that matter. So we got that, and then, Danielson's in the finals of the tournament. See what happens with him. And then Claudio, don't know what he's going to do. I would put Claudio against Jack Perry, go for the TNT title. But still, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with the Blackpool Cuck Club these days. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that match, pretty damn good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, after that, we hear that epic promo that we didn't see on Dynamite, but if you have AEW on YouTube, you get to see that exclusive interview where a very bloody Matt Maynard, Daddy Magic, says that Daniel Garcia lost all the strength in his left side of his body. Damn. So basically paralyzed from his left side down. But he says he's getting better, which is a good sign. It's gonna take him a long time to get better. Probably be back before before All In. So Daddy Magnus says that Garcia is going to get his revenge on Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, and he's going to come back, and it's going to be Red Death. So Garcia's going to come back with a vengeance. Now his contract's going to be expiring pretty soon. I think it expires in a month or two. So I would think that Tony Khan, being the smart man that he is, not always, but sometimes, I think Tony Khan is going to re-sign Daniel Garcia to an exclusive deal, like a 2-3 year deal. We'll see what happens with that. I would keep him, but then again, he's always this close to getting a world title or a TNT title or any title, and they just can't pull the trigger with the guy. So I hope when he comes back that he goes against Max. Maybe not at All In. Probably be maybe a Grand Slam. I mean, we'll see. And he beats Max, or cost him a match, maybe at All In, or maybe we'll see it at All Out. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. All right. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right. Then we see that weird hologram type promo. We see this thing says holo.grm, meaning hologram, I guess. Then we see some guy with hair running through like a portal to the next dimension, and then it kind of like blacks out, though we see a couple of like bursts here and there, and if you look closely, there's a guy in a mask. Looked like Pentagon for a second. I thought it was Pentagon. I thought it was Aerostar, but it's not Aerostar, I don't think. But people still say it's gonna be Ricochet. Like, that whole thing was Ricochet's, like, Ricochet's coming in. I'm like, okay, yeah, it might be. I don't think it's Ricochet. I think it's somebody else. But why would, first of all, why would you have some guy go through a portal and then turn into a guy with a mask, unless it's Prince Puma coming back? But that mask did not look like Prince Puma, unless it's a new mask. So, Ricochet is about to sign with AEW and debut when, I don't know, maybe at Blood and Guts or before All In time. I have to see what happens with that. But yeah, it might be Ricochet, it might be somebody new. Might be somebody from CMLL, maybe from Japan, maybe from Impact, who knows. So, something interesting to see. So basically, it's loading like one of those load screens. But the guy that jumped for the portal, everybody thought it was Ricochet. Like, no, Ricochet's bald. So it couldn't be Ricochet. But I think as we might get more vignettes with this, maybe Wednesday we get another vignette, and this time they maybe show Ricochet's face on besides the mask. I don't know. We'll see. It might be Ricochet, it might not. So I have to keep that in mind. But we got that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get a promo from the Professor, Serena Deeb. She's really willing to run it back with Weehoo from their match in 2021 at Double or Nothing. That was in the pandemic era. But she's grown since that match, and she wants to see if Riho can be on the same level as her. So they're going to run it back, we just don't know when the match will be. That's that. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Speaking of Riho, she takes on Lady Frost. So Lady Frost taking on, her name is Riho, and she dances on my lap. And when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. Pretty much. Alright, so Rio's yearly match comes out, taking on Lady Frost, who's been 0 in like 9,000. Hasn't won a match on Rampage. Hasn't won a match on Collision. Pretty much hasn't won a match, period, in AEW. maybe a few here in Ring of Honor as well, but pretty much hasn't done much. Rio gets hit with a neckbreaker for a near fall to start, but she comes back with a simple drop toe hold circa 1905. Sets up the 619. I wonder where you learned that. As we go to break, we come back. Weehoo! Fights out of a double arm crank and gets sent outside for a big. Goes for a big flippy dippity doo, and Lady Frost got her feet up. Throws her back in, and she kicks Rio in the head out for a near fall. And she's getting frustrated because she hasn't won a match in God knows how long. She goes for frostbite. It gets broken up via a grab of the leg. Don't you go up there! But Lady Frost's like, get out of here, little girl. Knocks her down. Hits a regular moonsault for a near fall. And then, looks like she was about to go again for the frostbite, but Rio gets right back up. Hits a nasty dragon suplex into Run Hey, which is Golfy Kingston. Is SOS. So, I guess she found out how to use that. So she hits that. She calls it Run Hey. 1, 2, 3 in under 8 minutes. Wee-hoo! Gets the win. And that's it. Now she's on a collision course with Miss Serena Deeb. And when that match happens, we don't know when it is. Maybe this week on Collision. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, match was okay. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Then we go to the back with Lexi. She has a lot of men there. She has Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty, and Anthony, Anthony, wake me up before you a go-go. So they're there with Top Flight Andretti, Darius and Dante Martin, and Action Andretti. So STP, no, not Stone Temple Pilots. So STP is already for them on Rampage this coming week. And basically they're ready to fight right now, but really nothing happens. Like, Lee Moriarty and Action Andretti kind of get into it. They look like they're about to fight. And then Anthony Go-Go gets into Darius Martin's face. No, Dante's face, I should say. And they just, like, butt heads a little bit. I mean, nothing else happens. And then they just leave. So, 6-man tag team match on Rampage this coming week. And we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get 2 of the same promo from Samoa Joe, who basically says, I'm going to kick Chris Jericho's ass on Dynamite in a Stampede street fight, not for the FTW title. I don't know why the title's not on the line. Just a big old Calgary street fight. So we get that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Then we go to your main event of Collision, the semifinals of the Men's Owen Hart Tournament. The Switchblade Jay White taking on the Hangman Adam Page. So we have the Bang Bang Gang coming out with Jay White. And then the Corporate Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. When they don't come out, they give an order to Bobby Cruz. Who basically gets on the mic and says, well, the Bang Bang Gang are out of here. I thought they were friends. No. Somebody forgot the rules. Can't have your seconds out, so you gotta have it one-on-one, no interference. So, got that. Match was pretty good. Back and forth they went. We go to break. We come back. Adam Page is busted wide open. I don't know how that happened, because they were basically firing off rapid style right hands back inside the ring after Jay White got sent into the barricade, and then we come back and Adam Page is busted wide open. Don't know how. They don't show it. Then they go back and forth. The buckshot layer gets counted into a spinning rock bottom. Back out, rock bottom. For a near fall. Then Jay White goes for the Blade Runner. That gets blocked. And then the referee I don't know. I think it was Paul Turner, Mr. So-called next world champ. We get a rep bump, and then Adam Page chokes Jay White out with a belt, not the trios title. We get that, and then Jeff Jarrett, Jeff J-A-R-E-T-T, Jeff Jarrett. He comes out, takes the belt away, which allows Jay White to hit a suplex on Adam Page. And then I think Aubrey Edwards comes out, gets rid of Jeff Jarrett, and says, "You are out. Get out of here, Jeff." Which allows Christian to come from underneath the ring, hits a spear to take out Jay White, and then he rolls out of the ring, and then he just, lays there like he's dead. That was hilarious. And then Adam Page sees that. His eyes are like, "Argh!" Then he just flips in with a buckshot lariat. Boom. 1, 2, 3. So the Hangman goes to the finals to face Bryan Danielson in Calgary this Wednesday night on the program. Should be a hard-hitting contest. I think Adam Page will win. Go on to face Swerve at All In for the AEW World title and possibly get it right back for the second time in his career. And that's pretty much it. Under 16-minute match. Match was pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. And then afterwards, Page goes right up to the ramp. Right up the ramp. And it's like... he's in a trance. He's like in another world somewhere. But his eyes are like bloodshot. He's like his eyes are so intense. He's like looking at the trophy, looking at the belt. I mean, he wants to win this tournament in the worst way. Get revenge on Swerve at All In, which is gonna be a bloody as fuck match. You know that's gonna be. And get back the title that really he should have really never lost. In his words, not mine. But that's that. So we'll see what happens with that. But the Hangman did some cowboy shit. And that's it. So we move on. So an angry Hangman ends the show. And that's it. So pretty much a decent episode of Collision. We'll see what happens this coming weekend, on the program. And then we'll see what happens this Wednesday night in the men's and women's Owen Hart Cup. I think, I would assume that Bryan Danielson and Hangman will end the show. But then again, who knows with Tony Khan's booking. But we'll see what happens with all that. Speaking of Jeff Jarrett, now we saw him during the match try to get involved, but then he got kicked out by the second referee. But there was a segment, we'll probably see that before, sometime on Dynamite this Wednesday night, where Jeff Jarrett goes and finds Tony Khan and Christopher Daniels and says, did you see what happened out there? And then he pleads his case to Tony Khan and Christopher Daniels, and Tony Khan announced that Jeff Jarrett will be the special enforcer for the match between Danielson and the Hangman this Wednesday night. So I could probably see maybe Jeff Jarrett costing the Hangman the Owen Hart Cup, and Danielson goes on to face Swerve at All In for the belt. But, we'll see what happens with all that. And we move on. Alright, so that's Collision. Thank you all for watching. 7 out of 10 stars for that. And that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, let me know your thoughts about Collision down below in the comments section. You can do your own video if you wish. But if you like the video, please hit that like button. And if you want more, hit that subscribe button down below in the description box on this channel. Show my other channels your love and support as well. Hit that bell, turn on all notifications for more so you don't miss the next videos coming out. Share the videos all over the internet with your friends. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright everybody, I am out of here. I'm gonna record my TNA and Ring of Honor review, and then I'm going to bed. And then I will be back after that video. I will be back early tomorrow afternoon with my NXT Heatwave review over on my Peter Joseph channel. So get caught up to date with all that. And then late Monday night, back here on the Kill Demons channel, your Monday Night Raw review. As with the aftermath of Money in the Bank, and now we're on the road to SummerSlam. And we'll see what happens with that. No Drew McIntyre because he got fined, an undisclosed amount, and he's suspended indefinitely. Punk may or may not be on the show because he got fined an undisclosed amount, but he didn't get suspended because he's still not medically cleared. Anyway, so we might see Punk tomorrow gloating about, costing not only Seth freaking Rollins the belt, because now he can't go for the belt, as long as Poppy Priest is still the champ. So, we can see a segment with Seth Rollins and Punk tomorrow, and, Drew just in the background, just, pissed. So we got that. So we move on with, we probably have Punk and Seth tomorrow, leading into something at SummerSlam. Poppy Priest, still your world champion of Raw, but now he's got a big challenge in front of him, and that's Walter. We got that. And then the rest of the Judgment Day, we got Fiend Balor and JD McDumbfuck teaming with teaming with Carlito to take on the Awesome Truth of R-Truth and The Miz and Braun Strowman in a 6-man tag team match. And then Dominic Guerrero SA teams with his so-called girlfriend, well, the woman that won't leave him alone, that's Liv Morgan, the Raw Women's Champion. They will team up in a mixed tag team match against Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka. We got that. And also, another 6-person tag team match. We got Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Kyrie, and Io taking on the Dancing Queens of Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter, and their partner, Lyra Valkyria. So we'll get that and a whole lot more tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. We got that, and then NXT on Tuesday on the USA Network. The aftermath of tonight's really controversial NXT Heatwave event. Ethan Page will have his celebration. Trick maybe getting a rematch. We'll see what happens with Roxanne Perez and her next challenger, which will probably be Julia. We'll see what happens with that and a whole lot more on NXT. And then Wednesday, like I said, Dynamite from Calgary, the men's and women's Owen Hart Cup Finals. Get that. SmackDown will have their aftermath show with probably something with the Bloodline, the fake-ass fuck Bloodline, I should say. After Solo pinned Cody, probably see Solo maybe asking for a world title shot against Cody. Cody will obviously grant that. We'll see what happens with that. And the other members of the fake Bloodline, we got that. And a whole lot more on SmackDown. We've got Rampage and then Collision this coming Saturday to end the week. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so our actual next pay-per-view is going to be Slammiversary coming up, I think, a week from Saturday. So I may do a prediction video for that. Probably not watching it, but I will review it. But I mean, we'll see what happens with that. And then after that is Death Before Dishonor, which I will not do predictions for, but I will review it when I come back from vacation, along with Collision. So that's on the 26th, but I will be reviewing it on the 28th. So there you go. So that's when I will officially be coming back, July the 28th. So right around that weekend, I will be, before the days before that, I'll be on vacation. I'm coming back on July 28th. So we got that. So the end of July, I will be back with your Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor review and AEW Collision. And that's pretty much it. So everything else that week, Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA Ring of Honor, all those. I'll do a mini review on Twitter, my Twitter page. So check me out on Twitter that week, and I'll just like breeze through some of the. Not gonna live tweet, obviously, but I may live tweet. I'm not sure yet, but with some of them, except for Thursday night, I will not. I'm not gonna be live tweeting, obviously, because I'll probably be sleeping right around that time. But anyway, I'll probably mention TNA Ring of Honor, a couple of points here and there. Probably either late Thursday night or Friday. And then SmackDown and Rampage. SmackDown I will be live tweeting, but Rampage I will not. So SmackDown will get a mini review on Twitter. Rampage as well. And then Collision will be a regular review on this very channel on the 28th of this month. So you get a proper actual review in video form, and then you got the Death Before Dishonor review. And then we're back on track as we end July, going into the dog days of August. We got SummerSlam predictions and review coming up, and then pretty much we're on the road to All In. We got that prediction video coming your way as well, and then the end of the month we got Bash in Berlin predictions and review, going into Labor Day weekend, and coming out of that we got All Out predictions, and then my football review around that time as well. So lots of stuff coming away as the summer starts coming to a close, and then we'll see what happens as we go into the end of September, going into October. We got Bad Blood. I will be here for Bad Blood. After that, going into Halloween Havoc, that's a little. We'll see what happens with that, because my work schedule is going to be changing. So we shall see what happens with that. So please stay with me. Please hit that bell. So when I do the videos, hopefully YouTube and the great people at YouTube, Neil and his team of monkeys will send those videos out to you. So when it goes up, you will see it. You don't have to miss anything. So you don't have to cry and bitch and moan to me in comments like, "Well, shit, I don't get your notifications." I was like, well, don't blame me, blame Neil. But to make it easier for you people, you got two options. One, unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, and then hit the notifications again. That might work. Hopefully that will work on the second time. Might have to try it two more, maybe a second or third time. Hopefully that'll be the charm, and then you get that. Or your second thing you could do is, instead of not on resubscribing and unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, and turn on all notifications again, you can just go to my channels and just go to my videos section and just check out the latest video. So you don't have to do all that shit. But whatever you want to do. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright guys, I am out of here. I'm going to pre-record my Ring of Honor TNA review. Just give you some thoughts and stuff like that. And we move on. Then I'm going to bed. And then tomorrow afternoon, like I said, your Heat Wave review over on my Peter Joseph channel. And that'll be it. And then that's pretty much it. And then I'll be back late Monday night for your Monday Night Raw review right here on the Kill Demons channel. And then we're back in business for the next 2 weeks. And then we'll be off for a little bit, and then we'll be right back. So that's all I got to say about that. Alright, so 7, what did I give Collision? Collision I gave 7 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not down with that, well, that's too goddamn bad, because I'm Peter Joseph signing off, and if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Remember it, because there will be a test later on. That's it. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. Until next time. Peace.